Welcome to Yoga and Pilates. Welcome. I know I'm not Sarah. My name is Ellen. I will be subbing for Sarah this evening. So I know that I've never taught this group before, so I always mention in my classes to take everything at your own pace. Be mindful of how you're feeling. Be mindful of any recent injuries or limitations you may have, and just work through at your own intensity and your own range of motion. So we're going to go ahead and get started with some nice shoulder rolls. Up, down, and back. So nice deep breaths. Maybe you just finished work and this is the first thing that you are doing this evening for yourself. So just sort of take a moment to decompress here and let everything else go. Do a couple more shoulder rolls. And then let's go ahead and take one more. And then we're going to reach those arms up. Nice deep breath in. And then exhale down. Keeping that chest lifted so we can take deep inhales, fill up the lungs completely. I want you to exhale out any tension here, any anxiety. Just let it go on that exhale. Big deep breath in and exhale out. Let's do two more here. Sitting up nice and tall. And one more. Big deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Great. We're going to come back to those shoulder rolls. This time I want you to place your hands on your shoulders. You're going to imagine that you're drawing circles with your elbows. So up, down, back, and around. So you're going to draw really big circles with your elbows here. We'll start in one direction. So if you sit all day long at your desk for work, probably hold a lot of tension in your shoulders and neck. So I want to make sure we work through some of that as we get started this evening. Let's go ahead and reverse these circles. So down and around. Again, imagine that your elbow is a paintbrush or a crayon, whatever you like to use, and you are drawing circles with that. Beautiful. We'll do two more in this direction. And one more. All right, so let's take it to some shoulder shrugs. Okay, I want you to squeeze and bring those shoulders all the way up to your ears, all that tension that you've been holding all day long. I want you just to let it go. The loud, audible exhale. Let's do that two more times. So inhale, shrug, 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 and then exhale, let that go. One more time. All the way up, and exhale, relax. Great, so we're gonna add just a little bit more of twist in here. Take those arms back up. This time as you exhale, look over that left shoulder. Just being gentle with your body. Inhale and exhale over to the other side. So you can do this at your own pace. So especially with a class like yoga and Pilates, we want to be nice and gentle with our bodies and not forcing ourselves into any position. So take this at your own pace. Maybe you'd like to hold that twist for a couple extra breaths. While you're here, I want you to imagine a piece of string on the top of your head and imagine it lifting you up a little bit taller. So feel that spine lengthen a little bit. We'll finish with one more on each side. And then come back to the center. Come back to those shoulder rolls one more time. Maybe you do one at a time. Maybe add a little movement, a little bit of a twist. Just sort of letting that tension go. And getting some more movement here. All right, we're gonna come out of this seated position and actually come to a kneeling position. So if you have an extra mat or a blanket or a towel, this would be a great place to use it. Also, blocks or any kind of prop are great as well. So I like to fold my mat. I do have sensitive knees. So that is an easy way to add extra support if you don't have an extra mat. And then blocks or even pillows. you can place those on either side because we're gonna do a side bend and stretch. So we're on our knees, we wanna make sure we're pushing those hips so that we get to open them since they've been contracted like this all day when we sit. So arms come up, take a nice inhale here, and exhale, let's do that left side first. I always do the right, so we're gonna do that left side. So I'm reaching for my block rather than the mat. Let's come back up to the center and just alternate, go from side to side. So this is where, listening to your range of motion and your body really comes into play. So if you know that you can reach down to the mat, go ahead and do so. Take it nice and easy here. And maybe each time you're reaching a little bit further over to that side part of your room. And again, it can be maybe a little slower than what I'm doing, or maybe a little faster. You're gonna start to feel that core engage. Talk a lot about that when we get into some of our Pilates movements. So nice and tall. Let's do one more on each side. You almost want to imagine you're wearing sort of a tight belt around your waist, not too tight. Okay, let's come back up to the top. Let's just let those arms come down. Just a little shoulder roll before we move on. So now we're going to go to the left and we're going to hold that and then add a leg extension as an extra option. So arms come up, so make sure you have room there. Inhale, and then exhale, the left arm comes down. So you can choose to stay right here. If you want a little more intensity, you're going to extend that right leg out as if you're doing a side plank. Again, you can move that block any which way to make it work for you. So if you're here and if you want even more, I want you to drop those hips down, sweep your arm towards the front of that mat, inhale, and then exhale, push those hips back up and lift back up. Let's try it a couple more times, inhale. So again, this is just an option, it is a lot more challenging. But if you'd like to take that today, then follow me. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, your hips as if you're about to sit back, right? And then exhale, beautiful. Maybe you take your gaze up at your elbow, 1 more time. Inhale, so we're really opening up through that front side body. Exhale, perfect. Bring that leg back, use those obliques to pull yourself back up gently. And then let's go ahead and take those arms down, maybe sit back, maybe a little stretch before we do the other side. Okay, so same thing here, other side. You can set up that block or pillow. It's very helpful. We bring the floor to meet us where we're at this evening rather than forcing that. So arms up, core nice and strong, right arm comes down, exhale. So again, we start right here. And you have the option of staying right here, keeping that core engaged. Want a little more? Extend that left leg. Perfect. Like you're doing a side plank. And you'll probably find that one side feels a little bit tighter than the other. All right, if you want even more, you're gonna drop your hips back. Bring that hand down, sort of like you're sweeping inhale, and then exhale, press and lift. Like you're getting ready for a side plank. Let's do that again. Inhale. And exhale. And feel free to make this your own, right? Maybe you add a little more of an arch. Take your gaze up at your elbow. Let's do it 1 more time, 4 on each side. So hips back, and then exhale, lift. Beautiful. Using those obliques, you're gonna bring that leg right back to that starting position. Gently pull yourself up. Arms come to that T, and we bring them down. Whew. Shoulder roll. Great job. So hopefully that warmed us up a little bit. We're gonna now come to a tabletop position. And again, if you all have any questions or need a different alternative, just type that in the chat box. I'll come check it out. All right, so blocks off to the side, a nice tabletop position. Your hands are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. So inhale, we're gonna drop that belly to the mat. Lift the chest, lift the tailbone, and then exhale, you're gonna pull that chin in towards your spine, or into your chest, excuse me, navel in towards your spine. Let's do that again. Inhale. Probably all know this one, nice traditional cat-cow. Exhale, really exaggerating the movement. So you get a nice stretch in your low back. Let's do that 1 more time. And exhale. Perfect. Come back to tabletop. We're gonna do a little C curve. You're gonna make the letter C with your torso. So you look over your right shoulder, sort of bring your right hip to your shoulder as well, and then come back to the center, and then do the same thing on the left side. So to side, little C curve. This just helps to warm up our abs a little bit, warm up our core, and get a little more motion going in those hips. So one more on each side. I feel a little weird if you've never done this before. And then come back to that neutral spine. All right, let's just sit back for a moment into child's pose. You can bring your knees nice and wide here and feet together. Allow your head to come down onto the floor. Extend your fingertips to the top of the mat. And just relax. So allowing that head to fall down. Another place that you can use your block here. So you can maybe rest your forehead on your block if it's not quite making it all the way to the floor just yet. And take 2 more deep breaths here. It's a great stretch for our low back. And for those hips. And we get to relax our wrists just a bit. Okay, let's come back up to our tabletop. So now we're gonna get into those hips. So those circles we did with our elbows, same thing with our knees this time. So stay on your tabletop. You're gonna lift your right leg. You're gonna imagine you're drawing circles now with that right knee. So the circle comes from the knee. You just keep your leg lifted. So we're gonna do a couple in each direction. I want you to keep your gaze slightly in front of your fingertips so that our necks stay nice and long. All right, let's do circles in the other direction. So you want to try to make them as big as you can without moving your body too much. Imagine you're in a plank, so that same feeling in the core, sort of contracting those abdominals, right? One more. All right, and then we'll just do a little sit back here, gentle child's pose. This time with your knees together. This might feel a little bit different, maybe more in your lower back than in your hips. Just give our wrists a break as well, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So come back to that tabletop. And draw circles with your left knee. Your foot, your toes, you're just sort of relaxed here. Don't need to point or flex them necessarily. Notice my hips are moving a little bit more on this side, it's my weaker side. So if you feel that happening, just make those circles a little bit smaller. I want you to keep your hip bones facing the floor. Let's reverse and do circles in the other direction. Just want to really get into those hips before we go into a yoga flow here. Drawing with that knee. Let's do one more here. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to turn on those core muscles a little bit more and also get to stretch our wrists and warm up the upper body. Come into a nice downward facing dog here. Upside down V. Oh, sort of like a Christmas tree, right? All right, lift those hips up. Downward facing dog, pedal out those heels. Get a nice stretch for the back of the legs here. I want you to press your chest towards your thighs. And nod your head yes. And shake your head no. Inhale, let's come into a plank. I want you to hold this plank position and then draw your right knee into your chest without moving anything else. We're going to hold this for 4 counts. 4, 3, pull it in. 2, and then gently lower that knee to the floor. Now I want you to rock forward and back. Get a little more stretch through the back of that leg, but then also for your wrists a little bit. So inhale and exhale. Pressing through that heel, keeping that back leg nice and straight. So now we're going to reverse. We're going to go back to that single leg hold. So I want you to draw your knee back into your chest just for 4 counts. Hold it here for 4, 3, feel that heat building, 2, 1, go back to plank, hold that, and then down dog. Woo, so hopefully that fired up many muscles in your body. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Come forward to your plank. Now draw your left knee into your chest. And you can just hold a supported plank. Maybe this move doesn't work for you this evening. Slowly lower that knee down, and that's also okay. Forward and back. Forward and back. If you're not sure, try it for a few seconds. Won't know if you can do it until you try it, right? Doesn't feel good, you don't have to do it again. All right, so let's try that one more time. If you were okay with it, it was just maybe a little challenging, let's go ahead and do it. Pull that knee right back up. Keep your back nice and flat. Hold this for 4, 3, flat back, 2, go right back to plank. Just extend that leg. Hold your plank for 2 more seconds. Tuck those hips under, and now down dog. Lift those hips up, great job. Pedal out the heels. All right, and the knees down to the floor and child's pose. A little bit of a breather and rest for those wrists. If you'd like, flip your palms up and down a few times. Great job. So I want to get us nice and warm so we can go right into this flow. We're going to build and add a couple layers to our flow. So if you have yoga blocks, you can go ahead and grab those now. We're going to be doing a kneeling lunge, but then also a twist in our lunge. So if you have blocks, they're really useful and helpful in this position. And you can add an extra mat as well for the kneeling lunge portion. So we're going to start in down dog. If you have your blocks, just place them at the top of your mat on either side. Down dog, make sure I don't kick the wall here. All right, we're going to start with that right leg. So on your next inhale, lift that right leg straight up. Big deep breath. As you exhale, bend that knee and place your foot in between your hands. Maybe manually adjusting it. And then drop your back knee to the floor. Here's where the blocks come into play. You can use them here. Flatten your back toe. Low lunge. Arms up. Inhale and exhale, hold. So just here for a few breaths. Think about stitching that rib cage together. And then inhale, let's take those hands back down. Exhale, you're gonna come back to your 3-legged dog. So tuck that back toe. We're gonna do it one more time. So inhale, you can go straight up to your 3-legged dog. And then exhale, bend that knee and come right back to your low lunge. Lower the knee, flatten that toe, arms reach up, and hold this right here. So we'll go through each one twice. This is our second one. We're gonna add another layer. So you can choose to stay here or add the layers with me. Inhale, take your hands down. You're gonna press your left hand into the floor. And then exhale, that right arm is gonna extend up, side angle. So if you're still warming up a bit, you can take your hand to your hip and gently encourage your shoulder to open, right? Beautiful, nice. If that arm is extended, I want that wrist right on top of your shoulder. Keep your hips low. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, reach your arms back up. So now we're just gonna reverse it. Come back to the slow lunge, right? And then inhale, take it down. Let's do it again. So come back to 3-legged dog, or you can just come back to down dog and then lift it up from there. So your choice, right? Inhale and exhale. Step it back through, drop that back knee, arms lift up. Inhale and exhale. Just 2 breaths here. Maybe you got a little mini back bend, whatever feels good for you. Inhale, hands come down. Exhale, press into the floor. Reach and twist. Maybe second time you can extend the arm up. Hold this for a few breaths. On this side, I'm gonna keep my hand on my hip. So a big twist in that torso. All right, we're gonna add another layer. So go ahead and take that hand back down as you inhale. As you exhale, reach up your back toe. I want you to lift your knee off the floor. So now you're in sort of a runner's lunge. Also great right here to use those blocks. You're gonna step your back foot to your right foot and come to a chair pose. I know this is tricky. Woo, keep those hips low, arms will reach up, inhale, exhale, chair pose. Hold this right here. Hands can be in cactus or arms, cactus or in prayer, your choice. Hold this here, look down, make sure you can wiggle your toes. Nice chair. Bring those arms back up if we're not there already. Stand up, inhale, and then exhale, come back to chair. Place your hands down, we're gonna reverse what we just did. Step back to that lunge. Lower the knee. You can keep it up if you want an extra challenge. Inhale, exhale, twist. We're reversing what we just did. Inhale, take that hand back down. Exhale, lift the arms. Low lunge hold. And maybe this becomes a low lunge without your knee on the floor. And then inhale, take those hands down. Let's go through it again. Come back to down dog. And of course, if you want to take out down dog, maybe you stay right here and just wait for us to join. So inhale, leg up, and exhale. Plant that foot. Now you can keep the leg up. I'm going to continue to lower my knee. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hold. If you want that challenge, knee is off the floor. Inhale, hands come down. Now we're getting warm. Exhale, reach and twist. Beautiful. Inhale, hand comes down. Exhale, if you don't have that knee off the floor, lift it up right here. Take an inhale, bring that foot forward. Exhale, find your chair pose. Perfect. We're gonna add one more layer. It's gonna be a balance layer, and you're gonna choose which layer you wanna do. So inhale, come up to standing. Just bring that right leg up. Right knee up to your chest. Perfect. So you can hold this balance. If you want a little bit harder option, you can just watch my screen first. You're gonna extend that leg out. Sort of like a warrior three. So your choice. We'll hang out here for a couple breaths and we'll get to do it again. So maybe you start here for the first round, and then maybe when we come back to it, leg is out. Maybe you hold on to a bench or a wall. One more breath in whatever balance pose you have chosen to do. Take an inhale, prepare to sit back down to chair. Exhale, find your chair. We reverse it, right? Inhale, plant those hands. Go ahead and step that left leg back. Press that left hand to the floor. Inhale, exhale, reach and twist. So maybe you keep your knee off the floor as you start to get deeper into your stretch. Again, whatever feels good to you. Inhale, hand comes back down. Exhale, I'm gonna lower my knee here, reach those arms, low lunge. Hold. Perfect. One more time through so you can hang out in your low lunge. Go back to your three-legged dog. Inhale, kick it up. Last time. Exhale. Plant that foot. You can stay here, drop that knee. Reach the arms. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Shoulders away from those ears. Core nice and strong, looking good. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, reach and twist. So now I can actually extend my arm. Even just in that small amount of time, that my body's starting to open up a little bit. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, prep for chair. Lift that knee off the floor. Inhale. Bring that foot to meet the other one and exhale, chair. Imagine your chair is right there. Take one more breath. Get ready for your balance. Hands come to prayer. Inhale up. Exhale, find your balance. We're gonna hold it for a few breaths. So you can be right here with me. Beautiful. Remember that piece of stream we talked about earlier? Find that here, find your length. Hold it for a few more breaths. Maybe you're doing that warrior three. Think about pressing your foot into a wall. Keep it nice and straight. One more. And then let's reverse it. Come back to chair. Inhale, exhale, find it. Beautiful. And then inhale, take those hands down. Exhale, step it back. Reach and twist, either with the knee on the floor or off the floor. And then inhale, hand comes down. Exhale, lift up, and just hold those arms in your low lunge. Inhale, hand comes down. Exhale, down dog. Drop your knees to the floor and sit back for a quick child's pose. Beautiful. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, a tiny bit faster since we know what's coming. So same thing, other side. I'm just gonna turn this way so you can see me open up towards you. Here we go, down dog. This time it's our left leg. Inhale and exhale. Plant down, drop the knee, inhale, reach those arms up and hold. Remember, just a tiny bit faster, so you can always slow it down if you like. Inhale, hands come down. Exhale, three-legged dog. One more time. Kick up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Plant that foot or manually plant it. Drop the knee. Arms come up. Keep that core nice and strong. Here's where we add the twist. Hands down. Inhale. Exhale, reach and twist. Beautiful. Let's take it back. Inhale and exhale, reverse it. Hold right there. Core nice and strong. Hands come down. Let's go back to three-legged dog. Reach up, inhale, and exhale. Bring that foot in. Drop your knee, or again, you can stay up in that lunge. Arms up. Hold right here. We're gonna add that twist. Inhale, arms come down. Exhale, reach and twist. With your left arm this time. Look up at that hand. Perfect, we're gonna add our chair pose. So inhale, hand comes down. Tuck that back toe, lift the knee off the floor if you're not there already. Bring that foot to meet your other one. Inhale, and exhale, chair pose. Perfect. So I'm gonna keep my hands in prayer. It feels better on my shoulders and my neck. And let's reverse. Take it back, step it on back. Reach and twist with that left arm. Either a knee off the floor or on the floor. Inhale, hand comes back down, exhale. So now we're getting that flow, right? And inhale. Here we go. Three-legged dog, or to step back to down dog. Reach and lift. One more time, add in chair. And then we add our balance. Back knee drops. Reach and lift the arms up. So this is our first layer. Second layer, down, reach and twist. A little faster, inhale. Third layer, lift up, come to chair. Exhale. Woo, fill in those legs. Fourth and final, here's your balance. This time your left leg up and hold. So either right here or a little hinge and pressing that foot back. Whichever you like. One more breath, and then we'll do it one more final time through. Let's reverse, come down to chair. Inhale and exhale, just one breath. Hands come down, step it back, inhale. Exhale, reach and twist. Keep those hips low. Inhale, hands come down, exhale, arms up. So on this side, I can do this without my knee on the floor. And then inhale, hands come down. Step it on back. Here's your final time through. We can do this. Kick it up, inhale, and exhale. Final time through. Reach those arms up. Knee on the floor or lifted. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, reach and twist. Try to stack that shoulder on top of your wrist. You got this. Big twist there. Inhale, hand comes down. Exhale, step to meet your front leg. Chair pose. Woo! Drop those hips. Get ready for that balance. Inhale, lift up. Nice and tall. Exhale, hold. So imagine you're zipping up a tight pair of pants here. Couple more breaths. Maybe try that warrior three. Just keep that leg nice and straight. One more breath. You all look beautiful. And reverse. Inhale, drop those hips. Exhale, chair. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, step back, reach and twist. Final layer. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hold. All right, hands down, step back, down dog, and then gently lower your knees to the floor for child's pose. Beautiful. Sit back into your heels. Relax your head. Maybe that heart rate is up just a little bit. So nice deep breaths. And we're going to go into some core and Pilates. Great job, everybody. One more breath here. All right, let's slowly walk those hands up. And we're going to swing those legs around and come down into our back. All right? So down on your back, nice and flat. And then what you want to do, remember the circles we were making, sort of a theme here. We're going to do the same thing with our legs. So we'll start with that right leg. You're going to extend it straight up. Your left leg can be bent or straight. If you have it bent, you'll have a little more support for your back, so up to you. We're going to take that leg down, inhale and exhale. So this time your paintbrush or your crayon is your toe. Big circles. Now the key here is to not let those hips move. That's the hard part, right? If you feel the hips start to wobble, make your circles a little smaller. One more in this direction. And now I want you to reverse. Glue your hips onto the floor. Just working into that hip mobility. Couple in this direction. Before we switch sides, we're gonna ramp up those abs with a single leg stretch exercise. So one more. Now I want you to extend both legs up. You're gonna lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Reach for that leg. You're gonna drop the opposite leg. Take an inhale here. You're gonna pulse, exhale, and then you're gonna switch. Pulse, pulse. There are 2 little pulses. Keep breathing while you're doing this. Imagine your legs are like a pair of scissors. You're looking at your toes. You could do this with your head down, if that feels better. We're gonna do 4 more. 4, pulse, pulse. 3, pulse, pulse. 2, and now you are left hopefully with that other leg. Go ahead and relax your head. So now we're doing the other side. Hands down and big circles. Inhale and exhale without moving your hips, right? If you find that they're wobbling a bit, make that circle a little smaller. Relax your shoulders. Give your neck a little bit of a break here. Go ahead and reverse, opposite direction. Then we're gonna come to a double leg lower. So if you have your yoga block handy, I'm gonna show you a little trick. Let's do 1 more circle. And then if you have that yoga block, go ahead and extend both legs back up. Place that block behind your head. If you don't have the block, you can use a pillow or just your hands, all right? Now, inhale, take your gaze at your toes. Inhale, lower just a few inches, and then exhale, circle. Start with small circles, and do that again, inhale. The trick with the yoga block, you can push it as hard as you want against your head, because it's not gonna hurt. So we turn off those neck muscles, and we turn on our abdominals, right? 1 more, and now let's reverse it. So circle first, yes. As low as you can, but arching that back, and then exhale back up. Inhale and exhale. I should not be able to slide my hand underneath your low back. That is how flat I want your back. Let's try 1 more. Big deep breath. Perfect. Pull your knees into your chest. Beautiful, and gently rock side to side. Get a little bit of a stretch there. Awesome. Great job, everybody. Let's lower those feet onto the floor. We're gonna move down to our glutes. So single leg lower, start with your hips on the floor. Left leg up first. As you inhale, you're gonna lower that leg, drive down through the heels, exhale, point and lift back up. Let's do that again. Inhale, lower, flex, exhale, point and press. 2 more. Inhale, lower, heel goes down, exhale, point and press. 1 more. Inhale, so just 4 like this. Exhale. Now stay right here if you want a little extra challenge. Lift your hips off the floor. We're gonna do 8. Lift the hips and keep them lifted. Try it now. Inhale. Oh my goodness, so much harder. Exhale. And do it again. Number 2. Now if it's too much for your back, just drop the hips. Lower them back down. Number 3, inhale. You're gonna feel your glutes and hamstrings. Exhale, up. Here we go. A couple more to go. Down. Press and lift. Woo, 3 more. Inhale and exhale. Remember, you can lower those hips anytime. Here's your last 1. Inhale, drive the heel, exhale, point and press. Beautiful. Other side, then we'll stretch it out. So right leg up, keep the hips down. Just a couple to start with the hips down. Inhale and exhale, right? Get that leg nice and straight. And 2 more like this, and you can stay right here, right? The key also is keeping your hips level. All right, let's try 8 more, hips lifted. And maybe just try 1 with the hips up. Inhale and exhale, perfect. Keep going, inhale, lower. So you activate the hamstring by flexing, exhale up, inhale, lower, beautiful. Number 4, drive that heel down, point and press. 4 more to go. Can you keep your hips lifted? Woof. 3 more. These are the muscles we sit on all day. So maybe they're not as strong as some of our other ones. All right, we got 2 more. We can do this. Keep breathing. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. You're so close to being done. And relax. Oh my goodness. Hug your knees into your chest. Awesome job. Circle your ankles. Wiggle your toes. We'll go into a spinal twist just for a quick stretch here. Let's hug our right knee into our chest. Left leg long. You're going to reach out across the body. Over to that left side. Extend your right arm out all the way and look over your right shoulder. So a gentle spinal twist. Take a couple breaths. A little more of a stretch. Feel free to extend that leg, straighten it out, press through your heel, and you're going to feel that stretch a little more on the side of your leg. Slowly come back to the center. Be nice and gentle. Same thing other side. Left knee in. Bring it over to the right side. Left arm extends and look over that shoulder. Hold that twist. Again, feel free to extend that leg. Kick it straight out to get a little more of a stretch. Only if that feels good. One more breath. Slowly back to the center. Ooh, let's lower those feet to the floor. Just a couple minutes. We're gonna do a little windshield wiper. So just bring those arms overhead. Let them relax here. Feet are about hip distance, and you're just gonna slowly drop those legs from side to side, like a windshield wiper. All right, we're gonna end with a crescent moon shaped stretch. I was inspired by how the moon looked tonight. It's really pretty. So you're gonna make a crescent shape with your body. Extend your legs straight out. Keep your arms overhead. All right, you're gonna walk those arms to the left, all the way to the left as far as you can. Look to the left, so sort of that diagonal, that corner, and then walk your feet to the left. So you're making a crescent moon shape with your body. Hold that there. Might feel a little weird at first. Hold that. You're gonna feel a nice big stretch in that side body, and then slowly come back to the center. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So same thing, walk over to that right side. Our class is just about to end. So just one or two more breaths in this crescent moon shape. And then slowly come back to the center. And then gently make your way up to a seated position. And that's just how we will end class here. I have less than a minute left, so sorry to rush you all, but when you're in that seated position, nice and deep breath in, inhale, and exhale. And thank you so much for joining me. There is no class next Wednesday. Sarah wanted me to let you know to check out the YouTube channel. She's going to upload a class for you. And I'm gonna put that in the chat box unless they get kicked off. You could also email me or Sarah if you want that link. And just let me know. That's my email. But great job, everybody. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with me this Wednesday evening. Yes, and I usually do a namaste. It's like,
Thank you.
Thanks for sitting in.
Yeah, of course. Great job.
Thank you much.
You're welcome. Thanks, Carmela, Kishwar. Good job, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good evening. Thank you.